Hello and welcome back to the channel. So I heard the news about Future and one of his ex-girlfriends or side chicks, I really don't know. But there was a lot of news going on about him and her arguing, and that's like really besides the story. But another TikToker, I guess she was reporting on the story, and she had mentioned how beautiful she thought the woman was. And, she liked her hair, how she, styled her makeup and her jewelry and stuff like that. And people were commenting on her videos saying, oh, well, you're just colorist. You only like her because she's light skinned. Like, that hairstyle's not even good. I even see, like, posts going around. Like, at first I saw it with, like, the, fat phobia people. I'm not super thin, but I've also never been big. So I've always, like, kind of been on the fence with stuff like that. But some of those things are absolutely ridiculous. And the first time I ever heard of this type of saying was someone saying, is she beautiful or is she just skinny? No, actually, the first time I ever heard it was in fashion. I remember someone saying, is the outfit cute or is she just skinny? Basically implying that some of those outfits are terrible and it's not a cute outfit. And they would actually show like a thin woman wearing a questionable outfit, and then they would put it on a bigger woman to confirm whether the outfit is actually stylish or do you just like it because she's just skinny? And then I seeing people do it like, is she beautiful or is she just light skinned? And I'm just like, oh my God, like people are definitely taking this shit way too far. But yeah, they're basically telling this unambiguous black woman that she only finds the other woman attractive because she's light skinned. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the video for you guys.
So anyways, I have my own, okay? So his manager gave me my room key.
Let's just address some of the things that people are saying under my video about the whole gorgeous doll thing. That video was really just about her hair, right? I like watching videos where people are going back and forth, whatever, and just noticing the positive, which happens to be her aesthetic. It, like, out of everything, I don't care about all the back and forth between her and Future. I just like how her hair looks. This has nothing to do with skin tone. I see a lot of that under my video where people are like, oh, it's just because she's light skinned with green eyes, it's just because she has 3A hair, da-da-da-da-da. No. If you love hair, like if you truly love hair, you know where I'm coming from. She could have had 4C hair, bantu knots, and I still would have liked it because of just how well together it looks. You understand what I'm saying? You guys are doing too much.
So yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous, but I also wanted to get into the comments. So let me read some of these for you guys. Someone here is saying, I really hate how it is that dark-skinned women can't even give light-skinned, women compliments without people thinking that you're insecure. And I think I remember some other content creator talking about this too, because there was an incident where Chrissy was telling non-light-skinned women not to compliment light-skinned women, even their own daughters, too much at some point. And I don't want to take that out of context, but you said what you said. But yeah, so a lot of, dark-skinned women and stuff have been put into that box where they can't even appreciate someone else's beauty without it being self-hating, which is insane. I've even heard, girls that wear natural hair say stuff like, if whenever you put on a wig or slick your baby hairs, you're showing the other woman that she's beautiful. Which I'm like, okay, like I get like, wanting your own representation and wanting to represent your own beauty. Like you should always do that no matter what you look like. But there's nothing wrong with like, because I do different hairstyles from different cultures sometimes too, because they're all so beautiful. And I want to embrace that beauty, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I definitely have noticed stuff like that. Someone here is saying, why do we have to explain why we like the way a light-skinned person looks? And it's because they want to call you colorist. Someone here is saying, I've realized when you compliment a person on this app, people see it as the beauty standard and they're going to have a problem with it. Yeah. So anyone that meets any type of privilege in any way, people are going to have a problem with them, as if everyone doesn't have their own type of privilege in their own way. So someone here is saying, you guys are easily impressed. There's nothing special about her, just the same copy and paste model aesthetic. And someone said, well, if we really want to be impressed by how pretty she is, that's what we're going to do. IG copy paste or not, she's pretty. That shouldn't bother y'all, right? Because I think that's really crazy. I feel like people are so used to being able, and a lot of people refuse to admit that this happens, but I've seen light-skinned women do it to themselves and bash themselves and say, oh, I'm not light-skinned. Oh, I'm not beautiful. I'm just light-skinned. they will say this stuff about themselves. So I've definitely seen a lot more where it's okay to make fun of, like, making fun of light skinned people was the whole trend this Black History Month. Light skinned and mixed people. The whole joke was, if you're light skinned or mixed, you only get half of, Black History Month. Now, do I take that person or no? I think it's actually kind of funny, like it's teasing. But that was like a whole trend this year, and it's 2025. So you're not going to tell me that you don't see, the wasted yellow and all, these weird terms that they have for light skinned women, the baby mama pipeline videos that are only light skinned exoticals. So I do find that really weird. Someone says it's not my place to comment as a light skinned Black woman, but the discourse over the last few years has gone from anti-dark skin to anti-light skin, and it's weird because that does not solve the issue. Someone else says they're projecting because of their own insecurities. If you like someone's aesthetic, you're allowed to acknowledge it. And this is definitely something that I noticed that, Exoticals United said they don't want to reverse colorism because of social injustice. They want to just be on top of the beauty hierarchy, which is not, it's not, at first glance, it's not the worst thing to want to represent your own beauty, but you don't need to knock someone else down to do that. Like, you just don't. Someone else says people have gone backwards from colorism in real life to now just straight up deeming anyone who fits the old beauty standard in the name of combating colorism. That isn't helping either. We're all pretty. And I find that so funny because a lot of light-skinned people and mixed people and MGM people and people that benefited from different isms were just leaders in the civil rights movement. And even to this day, like I heard a joke and it said something like, there's nobody more pro-Black than a light-skinned person trying to prove their Blackness. And honestly, it's kind of hilarious. So someone else here says, due to colorism, I understand why some women do that, but it's so draining. You can't say anything negative about a dark-skinned girl or anything positive about a light-skinned girl without being called colorist these days. I wish somebody would have pinned that comment, because honestly, that's probably going to be the thumbnail for this video, because that definitely hit it on the nail for me. But as always, I would love to know your opinion. Make a comment. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.